Sorry about your mother-in-law. Hopefully she gets better. Never good to see a family member sick, but still breaking 2K a day, that's super cool. You know, most people that have a regular job would never be able to do that. So, blessings in disguise right there. What's up, Mark? Adrian, Thomas, Stephen, John, Andrea. Miss anybody else? Soren, Bree, Greg, what up? Rob, John. What is it? This live chat thing gets in my way all the time.
You gotta move it to the right side.
Yeah, but then look over here to break my neck. There we go. I pushed it over. Fabulous. What's up? Jeff, Cecilia, Sabina, Cheech and Chong, Nico, John C. Yo, yo, yo. Excellent. So let's get this party started. So I'm not sure who added to ad manager, but let's take a look at some ads. Someone else requested something about autoresponders. So what do you want to talk about on the autoresponders? What up, Dawn? And if you guys have anything else to throw out there, let's hear it, let's attack it, let's get it going. Email sequence for Profit Pal. So there is no email sequence for Profit Pal because Profit Pal is just a pop-up after they purchase on the thank you page. So maybe you want to rephrase that, or you're asking about something different. I thought you had to reach out to them to tell them to come back. Nope, that's not true.
They only get 20 minutes.
As soon as they hit your thank you page, a pop-up comes on the screen, and they have a 20-minute countdown timer to use 20 minutes. That should be the coupon code you created. And then it redirects them, once they click that button, into your store, wherever you're dropping them back off to. Main page, a collection, a different item, a similar item, something like that. Yes, less work, it's automated. It's pretty much 2 steps to set up. Now, as far as the email sequence, you guys might be talking about the autoresponders that I was putting into abandoned cart. So let's see, I'm going to bring this thing up. And I guess I could probably use the Facebook group to be able to throw those things in there, and then you guys copy and paste them from there. I'm going to bring up the screen, and we're going to start with that, okay? And just let me know once you see my screen. Just a couple Y's in there. Or sweet. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do in this group is post these 3 original autoresponders. So it says 3 originals that are getting 14% recovery. That's the current stat. Here is the subject line, and then you'll see that the body is there. Subject line, body again. Here's the coupon code. Don't forget to either make it the same thing or change it to whatever you need to. And then here's the subject line again, and here is the body. Now, that is just the text. You know, once you get to, like, let's take this one for example. It says click below now to get yours to enjoy free shipping. I'm using the coupon templates and stuff like that. Is everybody familiar with Abandon Protector? All right, cool. So those 3 original ones have been rewritten, and now there's 7 of them. a lot cooler, a lot more, I guess you could say, personalized. And here you go. So a new abandoned cart emails. And here it says hi first name. Oh, that's has too many right there. And actually that's the wrong thing for abandoned protector. It's this one. That code right there is for Clavio. I wanted to check in with you. I'm here at my desk looking through our orders, and I noticed your order didn't go through. Now I've personally reached out to our shipping department to put it on hold for you until the end of the day, so you don't miss out on these amazing deals. Don't miss out. You can complete it here. We're low on stock and not sure when the next batch comes in. A lot about scarcity, a lot about painting the picture. The person's actually doing this for them. Could you do me a favor? So basically the person that's writing this email is doing them a favor. Now they're asking the customer to do a favor in return. Either click the link and complete your order, or could you please send me a quick reply? If not, so the shipping guys know to put it back in our inventory. So not only are we not letting them just get off the hook by not clicking, we're asking them to reply back to the email. Hopefully you guys by now are not looking at your customer service emails and a VA is looking at them. If you are looking at them, this is a great chance to talk back and forth to them and get them to purchase, find out why they didn't, what's the problem, do they need a discount, this, that, and the other. This is going to be the link to it, most likely a button. I don't know why that's showing up, and it says it would be so appreciated. Here's the link again. Have a beautiful day, Sarah. And you can change it to whatever you want. Sarah, Kelly, Lindsay, Bob, who cares, right? So then here you go, and you're going to have the second one. You know, we're down to only 12 units for the product in your cart. I was just talking to my boss, Tim, and he said he's unsure if we will be able to get any more. It looks like they are on back order. Really bummed out about that. They've been selling really well, and people love it. You know, this gives them a warm, fuzzy feeling that the product they're going to buy, you know, people actually do like it, and they love it, and it's just like selling like crazy because maybe they're telling their friends, their family, maybe they're advertising, whatever. It gives them more scarcity. I've still got the shipping guys holding your order. Do you still want it? Okay, you know, and you can read through these, but it's basically just, it's more like a friendly feel than us just selling hardcore. It's putting a person behind these emails. This one's pretty cool. It says, so, oh my God, my boss Tim just called me. Tim, they're hearing Tim for the third time, just called me and tell me we only have 4 units left. You know, now they're really like, oh, if you really want this, you got to get it. Why did you leave us? So we get a little bit more aggressive where people drop off on the third day. You know, now we're going to try to drum up some mixed emotions and get them back even more. Why did you leave us? I noticed you left us and we haven't heard from you. Because most likely they're not hitting reply. Some of them will, and you'll get them to buy and they get out of the sequence. I'm wondering, do you have any questions, or is this something that we can help you regarding your order? Is there an item we can help you find? So sometimes I see that when we sell those bracelets, people ask for Nana to be on the bracelet, and we do have it. So you know, we send them a link for the Nana one and they buy that one. You know, not a big deal, super easy. A VA should be able to know the products in the store. They should know the store inside and out and what type of products we do have. We did a lot of customization on shirts, and we tried to do it a lot on jewelry and stuff, so we do have a lot of items still laying around that we can sell that have Nana and all these other Mima names on it, where we had the people customizing those little letters that they slipped in there. So for you, it could work out. Now, make sure that you look at this. It says, here's our number. If you don't want to talk to them, you're going to have to take that out of there, okay? If you are going to implement the plan of either you taking phone calls, having a VA take phone calls, friends, family, whatever, there's more money on the table right there. Go down to the next one. It says, can I bribe you to talk to me? So here, it's kind of like, what do you mean bribe me? We just want them to get them to open it. So you can play with subject lines, whatever. These seem to be doing pretty well right now. As we get later in the funnel, less people open it. They move on. They get out of this funnel. They become purchasers. You know, go into another path, what do you call it, other spawn path. And other people just stop and just ignore all these things. But later on, they're going to be like, oh man, they still keep going, or they might remember you or whatever, and they keep coming back. Okay? You know, it's kind of like a funny email right here, nice and short, trying to get them to do something. Here's another one. Thank you. Thank you for coming by our store, and I want you to let you know that want to make sure we make the most of your shopping experience. So now we're not selling them, like order our stuff. It's becoming an experience. Think about the experience of whenever you have a good time. That's what we're trying to place in their head to give them happy thoughts, basically, psychologically. So two things really. You have 30 days to return your items. So we are pretty much, without talking to them, trying to figure out what the most common what do you call those, objections that people have, and we're getting rid of them right there. So they may not know that they can return their item if they don't like it. 30 days, it's cool. Are we going to take the 30-day return? That's like at the end of the road. We have 5 series of emails where people, customer service, we try not to do that. We try to get them to keep it. We try to give them a discount. We'll try to send them another one. Everything besides returning. We don't want them to return. We are happy to help you via email, chat, or by phone. Some people don't like to talk on the phone. I rather talk to someone through email, chat real quick, boom, get it done, out of the way. If I do have to get on the phone, like today, I did get on the phone and we knocked out 2 different things. The lady kind of made me mad and it took a turn, but by the end, everything was great. Both of us were happy. So, you're just giving options to those people. We appreciate your business and stopping by a store. We do appreciate it because we're going to make money if they like us and they buy our stuff. We just got some new items in and you can check them out here. So this is a great time to dump them into a collection. If at one time they clicked on the ad from Facebook, they saw the item, they went in, they didn't buy it, it might not be worth their time to get their free plus shipping item. It might not be the right time when they were looking at it. Maybe it's not something they like, but they saw a t-shirt that is more valuable to them. They're like, I would really have that. That's really nice. I'd wear that. A friend would wear that. A gift, a birthday comes up, an anniversary, they're going to a party, stuff like that. All those things, you never know what's going on in the people's world. What else do we have here? And then the last one says, have you seen our new collections? We're just driving them back there, and you can list a bunch of them. You can send them to the best selling. You can sell them to the newest, whatever. But basically, it's like story time here. We're trying to create these mini dates with the people to get them to come back to the store. It's been a busy day today. We've just gotten a bunch of new stuff in our collections. I swear it smells like shrink wrap downstairs. You're painting a picture for the people. So I'm getting some coffee and waiting on a salad. They don't really care, but you're painting that picture like, okay, well, while they're eating or waiting, they're still getting back to me. So it's pretty cool. It's a hard worker. I want to give you a heads up on our new collection as there is so much I love about what we just added to the website. It's really cool that the employee likes what they're selling, in their store. Like we're making it a virtual store into a physical store, basically, for these people in their head. You can check them out here. Here's the link. When Tim was telling me about it, I was like, wow, this is so freaking cool. Don't worry, you will see what I mean. And boom, that's like, well, what are they talking about? And we're just trying to get the click. We're just trying to get them into the path to purchase. Going to finish my salad as busy times ahead. If you have any questions, just give me a call. And boom, here's the phone number. That's it. So I'm going to post that. And those are 7 emails that you can chop up, not use them, use 4, not 7, whatever, and add them to Abandon Protector. If you're using Klaviyo, if you're using MailChimp, and if you're using all 3, I would add them to all 3 of them. Any questions on any of those autoresponders?
One quick point I want to make.
Jeremy's got a point to make.
So. All right, so Chris just said if you're using all 3, he would add them to all 3. Can anybody tell me why we would use all 3 different autoresponders or ASPs? Can anybody tell me why we would use all 3?
Yeah.
ESPs. Split tests, all right, that's a good one, Tom, but not what I'm looking for. Delivery issues, Tracy, you've definitely heard that one before. So hammer it home, Andrea. So really the real issue, or not issue, but the real reason we want to use all 3 is, we want to hammer them. No, we want to be able to make sure that the email is getting delivered. Sometimes you'll find the delivery with MailChimp won't be as good as the delivery with Receiptful or with Klaviyo or with, well, it's actually not Receiptful anymore. It's what is it? Conversio. Thank you. So the delivery is what really we're looking for. You may send the same email out of all 3 platforms, but only one of them get through. So you want to make sure that no matter what, your email is getting through, right? That's the real reason why we want to use all three. So that's your answer.
Friendly. What else? Okay, so was there any questions on that? What I want to tell you, because you may not know what we mean by delivery and stuff. So some people come and they sign up with a Yahoo, AOL, a Gmail, at domain.com, whatever it is. And the autoresponders have their own jobs on their side to keep their reputation clean, make sure they get into the inboxes. That's a whole different art and all types of craziness. Now, a band and protector is probably using what we call a transactional IP. So it's meant to send receipts. It's not meant to send like stuff to sell. But because they're on the Shopify platform and develop their band and protector, they get to slide through on that IP as transactional. Transactional gives you better delivery. I gotta say, man, they have phenomenal delivery. How do you know? You go in and you go into your own store and you sign up through the process. You don't have to purchase, you're just gonna get on the abandoned cart, but you sign up with your Gmail, you sign up with your Yahoo, you sign up with your AOL, you sign up with a Hotmail, and then you sign up with your support at domain. That way, you get into your own series and you see which hit the inbox and which spam. You'll also see when it gets sent at what time. Those are important things, okay? I would try that and fill it out in multiple. So if you're using Klaviyo, if you're using MailChimp, if you're using a Abandoned Protector, make sure you go into your own store and fill out that information with multiple different emails. You will quickly see that one stupid thing in the subject line will make it not inbox. You change it, and all of a sudden it inboxes. That means that more people see it, more people click, more people end up buying. All right? What else here? I'm gonna look for one more thing here. How many people are using Conversio before I waste my time? Okay, cool. So let me grab it anyways then. Da, da, da. I'm gonna try to find the receipt that we can actually send out, and then you guys can manipulate it to whatever you want it to say. I'll try to copy this thing. Need this. Oh, it took it out of the format. Store name. Here, here, here. Store name. This is gonna be worth the wait, guys. Okay. Store name. Oh, come on. Where'd my notepad go? Okay. Okay. Come on. Every time I'm clicking the link, guys, it's opening up a page, so sorry about that. Alright, let's see here. Da-da-da. Yeah. Customer of the year. Thank you. Yes. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna get out of here real quick. I'm gonna take a picture of this and show you some cool stats. So, after someone already bought, where is that? That's on my desktop. So under Klaviyo, where it says the left-hand side, there's receipts. Underneath it says dashboard, templates, receipts. Damn, am I recording? Oh,
Yeah.
thank God. Dashboard templates and receipts. When you click on templates, it'll say repeat customer template, first-time buyers template. If you could see right here, first-time buyers template, it sent out 15,000 emails to the buyers, delivered 1492. That means all these other people put in bogus email addresses, or they had fat fingers like Jeremy, and it didn't work. Opened was 10,000 people, 4,300 clicked, and $10,000 extra. Oh, you can't see the screen? What the fuck's going on here? Conversio is ridiculously expensive if you don't get it. How about that? I can show you just in this first email that it's created an extra $10,000 in revenue with me setting it up one time. So it's expensive not to get it. So make sure you do. Okay? So first time buyers template. Okay? You can see in volume it produces money. It's pretty much almost producing $1 per open.
Which is insane.
And on clicks, it's doing over $2.25 per click. Okay? I highly suggest that you guys pay attention. Great! I knew I hate this thing. This notepad is not doing what I want it to do. I'm going to try this one more time. Here we go. So you may laugh. You may be like, that's the stupidest email on the planet. But man, as soon as we used it, people were sending us in, that's the best email I've ever seen. Your company's great, blah, blah, blah. Here we go. Hey, first name, thanks for your purchase. All of these items from order and then reference number have now been processed and will be out shipping ASAP. Your items have been gently taken from our store name shelves, so whatever your store name is, okay? Shelves with sterilized, contamination-free gloves and placed onto a satin pillow. A team of 50 employees inspected your purchase and polished it to make sure it was the best possible condition before mailing. Our world-renowned packing specialist lit a local artisan candle and a hush fell over the crowd as he put your items into the finest shoebox that money can buy. So you could put this to boxes, whatever. Make sure you pay attention to that. We all had a wonderful celebration afterwards, and the whole party marched down the street to the post office, where the entire town waved bon voyage to your package. It's on its way to you in our private store name jet on this day. We hope you have had a wonderful time shopping at our store name. In commemoration, we have placed your picture on our wall as Customer of the Year. We are all exhausted, but can't wait for you to come back to storename.com. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sigh. We miss you already. We'll be right here at storename.com, patiently awaiting your return. All your friends at StoreName, and it messed up my thing. P.S. On a serious note, if you ordered, and you can put whatever you want here, just put XXX. Please make note that, wow, I messed up my whole thing here, that because of the huge influx of orders for the holiday season, and make sure that you guys fix that, XXX season. Our current estimated arrival is 20 to 26 days from purchase. This is for all the people that worry about Chinese New Year and all that crap. Does not matter. You address it in the first email, in this funny email, which people already love, okay? Most of the time faster. You will receive an email and track number once your item has been shipped. You can check out your status on your order here, storename.com pages/order lookup. We use an order lookup app that is a must if you want to cut down customer service. Sometimes it will take 3 to 4 days to finally see the information once it leaves the facility, and that is true. We get a lot of tracking numbers and they don't report in that system for another 3 or 4 days and they start freaking out. Here are some FAQs, and you give them the link. And you can always feel free to reach out to us through email 24/7. If you want a phone number, you put a phone number there. If you put live chat on your website, you put live chat. Thank you and their name. That is the email receipt that they should get. What do you guys think? So I seen another one of our friends using this in their store, and I was like, hey, can I take this? They're like, sure, it's not even mine, somebody else's. So somebody, I don't know who the heck wrote it or whatever, but man, it is fantastic. We tweaked out a little bit of it, but it works great. People come back with responses right off the bat. Good relationship builder right off the bat. Derek Silvers made this for CD Baby. What's CD Baby? Let's take a look at that. CD Baby. CD Baby distribution. Sell your music everywhere. Is this the place? Yeah, he invented the email copy and it got famous. Well, it is famous in our store too, and we're using it. So I would like to be able to get on his list somewhere, but it doesn't look like I can join anywhere.
He doesn't run it anymore.
Oh, that sucks. Alright, well, I know it's thebomb.com, so I would highly suggest to use it. Okay? What else we have here? What else? What do you use to send it? I'm using Conversio, which used to be Receiptful. Conversio used to be Receiptful. Just saying that's when it... Oh, okay. Please put it on Google Doc. Well, it's in the Facebook room, so. There you go. Copy paste. When are you sending all these emails? Time delays. So in my abandoned protector, it goes out at the first one, and let's go back to these. Where's my first one? Yeah, these are the original ones right here. This first one goes out in 12 minutes. Yes, I said 12 minutes. The second one goes out 24, and then third one goes out 48 hours. These new ones, the ones that have the 7, which I don't know where they've already disappeared to. Maybe someone pinned it, I don't know. Yep, here we go. These go out one each day. 7 days. We are currently building out a 30-day autoresponder series, but we are testing and tweaking these first before we go on to the next set. What else you got? I'm so glad that you asked that, Fabio. Today we found something that was super old school, and this is how we started our store with this stupid domain right here. That's Coca-Cola font, red and green for Christmas colors. It did not matter what we sold out of there. That Discount Store Pro was selling grandma items. At the very beginning, when people taught me what to do, it was selling Star Wars lightsabers. It was selling Harry Potter necklaces. It sold everything. I can't stand the people that tell you that it has to be a specific thing to the niche and that, and store name matters. It does not matter. I see people making a shit ton of friggin' money with the stupidest stores' names. So this later on became DSP, Custom Apparel, and the logo changed to a circle. I don't know if you guys remember, just DSP on it. But it evolved, and we changed it on the fly with no one even blinking an eye. You know, revenue just going up. I also saw someone today say they were afraid to use ThemeX because they have live traffic. Well, ThemeX, you put it into your back office first. You fix it to however you want it to look like. You add your logos, fix it, and everything, and then you make it go live. That way, you don't skip a beat. I forget who was asking that, but that's the way it works.
Clark says mine has Landgate clothing and there's no clothing anywhere in the store.
Excellent. I like it. If you ever wanted to change it, I would just simply change it to LGC and then something.
LGC Gate. Whatever. I mean, look at lot 33. That's just like...
Yeah, lot 33 you picked out of thin air.
Yeah.
And the other day, actually, I was going to show you guys that for, what do you call it? The video series that I'm doing for Ecom Reboot. It's lot 72. So my friend lives in Vegas, and we just made it poker chips, and it was simple, like just done like in minutes, nothing crazy. And I started to go through the videos, and that's it. So I got to continue going, moving through. I did all the back end, how to set it up, the navigation, all that stuff. That stuff will be out soon. Hopefully, I would say before March. Just have to edit videos, rendering. I mean, I have 8 hours of videos right now that gets us up to placing pixels. Probably from pixels to Facebook to, scaling and little stuff here and there, apps and stuff, probably another 6 or 8 hours, and that will be the full course. What else we got here? My domain has prints on it. Sweet. Well, I hope it's leopard print. What email sequence for MailChimp? I put the exact same emails in there. Just exact same thing. Not going to change it. Mine says, yeah, okay, Discounts.pro is not even active anymore. I know, because they didn't want to listen to us about branding, so they went and did whatever they wanted to do with their own thing. So I think really they just wanted our buyers list and data, and who cares? They were a monster company. They deal with Nike and golf, whatever the heck they made those.
Tire.
Yep. So whatever. They're a monster company. They just ate us up, basically. Is there a specific reason for you to use .co? I use .co because it's shorter. I know it's only one letter, but I want it as short as possible. How long does it take for your shirts to be delivered? Again, that's a back-end question. I really don't know. When I was really paying attention to it, it seemed like between 7 and 9 days. 3 days they were printed. When they got busy, it got a little bit slower. Now they added another factory. We use scalable press. What company do you use for t-shirts? And does it matter if we copy or mockups? Maybe that might say your mockups. Nope. Copy whatever the heck you want. And like I said, we use scalable press. So they purchased the company, then they just closed it. That's crazy. I don't think it's that crazy. I mean, some people know what to do, monitor the, the customer base, almost 70,000 orders in there. And they weren't Facebook people. They were a brick and mortar person, a brick and mortar business taking over other businesses. I mean, they were monsters. We had, when we got on the call to talk to them and tell them about our business, it was a boardroom that we talked to. It wasn't just one person that interviewed. It was everybody in their company, a boardroom. It was pretty crazy. Is it okay to redirect a domain name to the main store? Yeah, you can actually have 5 domain names in your Shopify that you can redirect to. They bought your company for $850K. Rob, man, you're starting to get on my bad side here. If you already knew the answer, why do you ask that? I feel like that you belong to the IRS and you're trying to dig for all this information. I gotta be honest, I really, really don't like that. Next time, I'm just gonna skip over your questions. Right? He's the same guy that said if he came over to my house, he would ask me how old's your toilet? When'd you put it in? Where'd you buy it? Does it have a warranty? Can I see these other rooms? What's in this room right here? What's next to your bedroom? What kind of pillows do you have? What kind of sheets? How many thread count? That kills me. That really kills me. Yeah, you're gonna see the joke go into something totally different real quick. Alrighty, let's go to something that you guys can learn. So what else do you have that will actually help your business today? Let's talk about the wall art. How about that? Who's having success with wall art? A cyber slap is coming, not the laugh. So Tracy loves Walnut. Perfect. So I tried two things this week. I tried selling just the medium framed and the large frame. As soon as I added the rolled back in, the medium rolled, and the, what does that say? What is all that? Who posted that?
You didn't see it. It's so freaking long.
Add members, enter name, email address.
Wait.
Leila, are you spamming the group? Because what is that?
38 million likes, huh?
I don't know what that is, but I was saying that my split test was to just sell just the higher end stuff. There definitely seems to be a large group that wants the smaller end. So I don't really care if they're not paying attention and they buy the roll and they think it's framed. Again, something we fix on the back end on the customer service side. What does that say? Sorry, what does that say? Sorry, did I know? No clue. He's a guru, ginger brick. That's funny. So it's actually, I put up two different posts, and what I did was I just cloned my product page. So basically, I just duplicated it, and then I took out those two options. That was the only difference that I had going on, and that's how I split tested it. True, I tried only framed, and oh, where'd that go? I tried only framed for a few days and sales down. Yeah, so it definitely looks like there's that low entry point. They have to come in and they have to see that. Want to ask, please show the daily email you send out to get them to buy another product. Layla, I posted it in the Facebook group and I read it out loud. Could you say that again? I.e. rilled. I'm not sure what that means. No, that is the purchase.
Rolled.
Do you mean Profit Pal? Profit Pal, the 20% off for 20 minutes, 20% coupon? Is that what you're talking about? Because I really don't understand. Andrea says, with DMEX, is there a way to change the product price that gets displayed? So if we want to have the large frame wall art displayed as the default choice when they go to the specific, how can I change the display price of $48.95 that shows in the thumbnail collection pages to $195 so there is no disconnect? Interesting. So you're saying on the collections page, on the collection page you are seeing, let's just look here. So collection page, you're seeing $48.99. I'm pretty sure it only takes the lowest price because I tried to put like multiple products inside, and then some of them might say $12.99, but there might be something here that's really $200. That's going to be a coding thing. That's not something in ThemeX that we could turn on and off, as far as I know right now. Reordering the variant though is pretty simple. Like if they come here and you want them to be on large and ready to hang, you can reorder the variant so they hit this first. I've tested them landing on the higher one first, kind of like what I do with the hoodies. I always make the t-shirt land on the hoodie, and we seem to get a lot more sales like that, higher AOVs. But on these, I seem to have a better reception when I send them here to medium and roll. They don't disappear as quick. And then they read a little bit and they're like, oh, okay, recommended to get ready to hang. They click that and on they go. So I hope that answered your question. Let's see. I think some people have been drinking tonight. Maybe. It's the end of the week. People get a little bit loopy. Right. I tried to, Andy. Okay, laugh aloud. All right. Have you used the new instant article features from mobile ads? I have not used that, and I actually don't even know what that is. Let me know what that is. Instant articles feature for mobile ads. Too much talk on the wine canvas. They got into the real wine. Definitely. I had customers complain about that, Andrea. Do you email your existing customers a new product on a daily basis for them to purchase? They actually get a shirt of the day for 18 days. So basically it's set up for anybody that pay or purchase over $1, and this is in Klaviyo. The next 18 days they get a shirt of the day, shirt of the day, shirt of the day, and it goes out to them. It takes that lowest. I'm not really sure what that means. Can you share who the target of those general wall art sceneries, for instance? What general wall art sceneries? Can you tell me what general wall art sceneries you're talking about?
FYI,
Hmm.
you can't just get the shit out of me.
Oh.
Dog, freaking dog.
Yeah, you're crazy. A dog. Well, whoever asked me to see the shirt of the day one, I will be happy to show you. And I'm sure that your brain is actually going to explode because it's so awesome and so intricate that you probably wouldn't have figured it out without me. Dun da da da! It literally says shirt of the day name. Hello, name. Customize yours today. Click here. There's the shirt. Here's an extra 10% off if you like it. Use coupon code GIVEME10 off. Have a great day. Every single email looks like that. I just changed the picture. That's it. Swap it out. Boom. Swap it out. Swap it out. Swap it out. That's it. URL parameters. I missed that we placed in there. Can you quickly list that? Are you talking about the website that you need to get it from? URL Google link builder. It was actually Raven Tools, and I think that Frankie probably has that inside of the email doc. But here is the Google Analytics. So is that what you're looking for? Do you make different FB group for each niche? So I think you mean fan page. And right now, because I'm putting up so many things, I don't do that. Like I said, kind of out of laziness. Should we be doing one picture for people that love to surf or waves? Yes. Should we be doing a fan page for people that like tigers? Should we do a fan page for people like elephants? Should we do a page for people that are infatuated with Jesus and things like that? Yes. You will always 1000% get a better response from that. 100%. Instant articles is just a new thing you can target in mobile, such as feeds and Instagram. I'm gonna have to look up on that. I haven't done anything with that. I haven't played with it. I haven't even seen that really. So I don't know if that's released to everybody's account, but I'll definitely take a look at it and see what I can do with it. Wall arts that are not of specific theme, like horses. So you call that general, and I call that super targeted. So Cheech and Chong, I'm not really sure what you mean. Like horses, there's different type of horse breeds, and in those horse pictures, those horses are different type of horses. So I would only target people that liked those type of horses. When I picture general, I picture a sunset. Something maybe like the wind blowing and you see tall grass laying down, and in the background the sky is different colors. That to me is general. There's no super duper way to target that. What happens after those 18 days? They don't get any emails unless I broadcast to them. Do you still send them emails on a regular basis? I hammer them once a day with some type of email. even if it's the same thing. I'll just duplicate it, copy it, send it. I like to call it Instagram style. So you saw how I had one picture in there. My Instagram style is just like a picture, a button for them to click to go to it, underneath it, another picture, a button for them to click to go underneath it, and I will just pile it on. I'll show them 36 different items, 50 items, whatever, and I just let them scroll and scroll and scroll until they like something and they click on it. Chris, did you set up Klaviyo with 18 days shirt a day? Yes, I did. But for scenery, wall art with mountains or plain field, sunflower field, how do we target that? See, you guys ask crazy questions. Like, that may seem like a great question, you know, when you think about it, but I don't target those people. I only put them in the store and I let them come find it after they buy something different. I want to be able to pay Facebook to target people that they're telling me they can target. If it's something general like that, man, I'm not going to launch it. It may go out in retargeting stuff. It may go out in a series where I decide to show them a wall art per day, but it's going to be through email. The email will get them to click on it, which gets them on the retargeting, and then I'll be serving those type of ads or those type of paintings to them. Other than that, I'm not wasting my time with that.
Or money.
Yeah, or money. Layla, thank you. Okay, John C. What kind of results with the shirt of the day campaign? Well, let's take a look. Where did that go, actually? Shirt of the day campaign. Let's see. Let's see if it actually tells us in the flows how much money it's made. I know it tells you somewhere. It says loading. I think these stats are all reset right here. Yep. Well, I only have shitty stats to show you for the last 30 days, but before that, they used to crush. Right now, you can see that on the first day, this is only going back last 30 days, waiting 1,200 to send out, delivered 6,300, open rate 7.6%, click rate 0.7, placed order, revenue 20 bucks. Before, in the month's time, I would see these easily in the 600-700 range. You can see how it trickles down. There's not many getting sent out right now. But I will definitely do an update in 30 days, especially if you remind me. Whatever I need to get the info for DPA. Well, Lars, I might have missed your question from before, but DPA ads was on Super Saturday, so you need to watch the first couple hours of Super Saturday. That's what we went over. What about introducing other products like wall art or someone who bought free plus shipping item? What about it? I don't understand. You can make your email series anything you want. I send them in broadcasts. I think FB has auto check for each new ad. Auto checked. I'm not sure what that means. Cheech and Chong. Oh, so it's C Chong? I still like Cheech and Chong, but alright, we'll go with C. So MailChimp is useless. No, I did not say that. I think MailChimp is the bomb.com and is the only thing that lets you send out like 170,000 email recipients at one shot. And they throttle it and make sure that it gets into the inbox. So I like it. It's pretty cool. And it lets you handle a lot of emails where if we had Aweber or GetResponse or something like that, most likely we would be shut down, number one. Number two, it would never let us send all those emails at the same time and get inboxing. It would be a complete nightmare. A little bit of explanation about DSP. Is it an app that fulfills orders? So Design Suite Pro does a crazy amount of stuff. Let's take a look at it. If we go into Design Suite Pro, what it originally started as is a mockup tool. So in here you can create any mockups that you want for zip-up hoodies, whatever. You can put them on models. You can put them on hangers. You can put them on ladies' tees, whatever you can think of. Mugs, aprons, baby bibs, whatever you're selling, okay? You would basically just drag and drop an image on here. You pick all the images and boom, there's your mock-ups. I used to spend hours and hours trying to do that with stupid little Photoshops or little rinky-dink softwares, or have someone waiting on them for hours to give back. So that's originally how it started. That's the mock-up tool. Store tools. It would take me forever to import my settings unless I duplicated it, and then SEO type stuff got messed up and all these other things. So I just created something that would do a shirt and a hoodie, or just a hoodie, or an apron, or a mug, or a wine bag, or all four. And I can name the things right here and download and export and then import into Shopify, and my product page would be done in a couple seconds. Then it evolved from there to, let's try to integrate a t-shirt company in here, which was Scalable Press, and they let us do the API into their system, where we wouldn't have to use their app. We can just upload a CSV file, and we dump, let's say, 100 shirts all into the system, and it would go and it would order all the stuff for us. Pretty cool. All we'd have to do is go there and pay. So it will fulfill all the shirts if you have it the right way. It also was mostly made for customized shirts. We were customizing all of the shirts. It has expanded to wall ordering process as well. So you would export your orders as long as it's in the same sample file that we have here. You would drop it in, get a quote, and you pay. All the orders get shipped and out, and the tracking numbers. Okay. What else do we have in here? We have all the wall art catalogs. In the design tool, we have all the t-shirts that are customizable, or even just regular t-shirts that aren't customizable. And you can create them on the fly. A VA can come in here and work on them one by one. That takes forever. Maybe on a special case you do it, but these will all be made on the fly with a CSV file that will do it for you. And that way you can have all your images that you send over to the design team, which for us is Scalable Profits. Then what else do we have in here?
It's 8 o'clock.
Thank you. 8 o'clock. I don't know what else we have in here. What else do we have? Is that it?
Resources, basically just.
There's just a lot of videos in here, old webinars, things like that. All the walkthroughs on how to use the mockup tools, the design tool videos. And that's it for now. Okay, thanks, Jane. Okay, if not getting sales, but add to cart, should I keep at $10?
I'm retargeting it?
So retargeting, I'll say this again. I think you missed the call the other day or whatever. We don't even look at the retargeting. Don't look at it. It's retargeting for a reason. It's not going to work the same as an ad set today where you expect it to make one sale. You just let it run and run and run, and the money is going to come crushing in after a couple days. Your number one mission in your life is to get as many eyeballs on your pages anywhere in your store, so they get thrown into that retargeting bucket. That way, you can start making more sales on autopilot. Broadcast means many items at once. Broadcast means that I decide, hey, it's 8 o'clock right now, and I go into MailChimp and I load up an email and I send it out. And it goes out to everybody on the list right this second. It's not an autoresponder where when 10 a.m. hits, it goes out to them. Or when they came to the website and they filled it out, it goes out to them. That goes out one by one. A broadcast to the whole list. The article thing that we asked if you tested. All right, let's see. I actually hardly ever do that drop down, so I never see that in there. I would just drop it down to mobile only. I'll have to check that out and see what that even does. Okay. Is there a price catalog, for example, for baby bibs? So now there's not. We don't use that provider anymore. Some people on our system still do. The baby bibs were kind of expensive, even though we had awesome looking ones. We couldn't make it work, but maybe you can with your niche.
One thing about the pricing, guys. So if you're using scalable press, the pricing will vary depending on which facility. So when we first started with scalable press, they had 4 facilities. Now they're up to 6 facilities. They keep popping facilities up all across the U.S. and they're actually starting to go international now. Reason why there's so many facilities is because, number one, they want to be able to keep a tremendous amount of inventory on hand at specific locations. Number two, it cuts our cost down for shipping. If the product is being delivered out of or to Chicago and is coming out of the Chicago hub, it's going to be cheaper than if it came out of the California hub, right? So the pricing cannot actually, they can't give us a pricing sheet like our old vendor used to, where it was like, hey, this is what it is, regardless to where it's going, or regardless to what color, or regardless to how many colors. This is where it's going. This is what it's going to be for a price. That ends up screwing you in more. So with this supplier, it's actually based on right now, whatever they have on hand, whatever it's going to cost based on the closest facility to print. So there is no pricing sheet. It just shows you the price when you go in and actually pay.
I don't know who picked this tiny pick thing, but I definitely said use image safe. And as you can see, there's pop-ups galore over here. There's ads running in the background. There's, invading my computer. I'm all set. So you need to put that on something totally different. That thing's crazy. But I'll be happy to look at it. So what else does it say? Is there a price? No, okay. How much is DSP? DSP is $97 a month. So you go to designsuitepro.com, hit the button, and sign up. Will the t-shirt designer create customizable? Yes, they will. So if we want to change a color, we can. So that's not the customizable part. The customizable part is the words. It could be the words, the numbers. Not really the color. The color would just be a totally different design. How do I add products to Scalable Press API? You actually don't have to add any products to the Scalable Press API. Can you ask me? Oh, maybe by this. Let me see.
Yeah, he's probably trying to see colors.
So if you're talking about this, like let's say you wanted to sell a kid's t-shirt maybe, or something like that. What this first part is whatever you named it in your store, and then this part is whatever Scalable Press names it. Is that what you were asking me? Are there any plans to add new designs to all our catalog? Yeah, there's a ton of plans. I've actually been looking at some. I download all types of pictures, but they're still not back yet. It's February 2nd. So hopefully by the time they come back tomorrow, they're going to wish that they never took this long off. So they'll be going in there. Do you ever launch duplicated ad during the day or always at midnight? I duplicate it whenever the heck I'm in front of the computer. Well, I should say a disclaimer when I do that. So let's say it's 3 o'clock and I duplicate it, that day really doesn't count for me because it's not going to do the full budget. So I'm still going to go by what it does from 12 a.m. to 2 p.m. Okay? James said, okay. Do we need API key for the Scalable Press, or is that all set to go if we got access to your DSP? You actually have to request that API, and then we'll be able to send it to you. Who has access to that doc now that she's not around? Cass.
I believe email is sent to the new rep, which is Andy or Casey.
Does he have the link to that?
Emilio? It's already sent.
No, the new guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Link to the Google Doc?
Yeah.
Yeah. As soon as someone requests it, it goes right to him, and he contacts me and says, "Hey, you got a new rep."
He knows.
Positive.
All right. So hit up Jeremy for your API key. Will you look at my ad account? It's under TomTom's Warehouse. Do we have that yet? TomTom Warehouse?
No.
Yes, I can't see your mouse. Cool, thanks. Are those designs the DSP will update? What does that say? Are those designs... Jeremy says no TomTom right now. Are those designs the DSP will update? I mean the new customized shirts in DSP. What are those design let's just say it was designs. Are those designs in DSP will update? So anything that you see there, you can update, if that's what you mean. Anything you see there, you can update it and change it to anything you want. What would you do to this ad? Is this free plus shipping bracelet? All right, let's try this again, James. Nice. Impressions, budget, amount. Why does it show that snippet tool in there? That thing's annoying. Add to cart says 90, 4 purchases, 49 cents. Why is your purchase conversion value not coming through? Number one, you got to fix that in your code. Going to be very hard to decide to keep a ad set if you don't know how much money this brought in. It might have brought in 40 bucks, it might have brought in $12, it might have brought in $100. You got to be able to know. CPM, if this is free plus shipping, it's kind of high. The CPM is kind of high, but you know, still under 10, it's workable. CPC, again, kind of high. Creeping up towards the dollar range with this, you know, over 75 cents. Definitely free plus shipping stuff. We're seeing things at 30 cents on average. 30 cents across the board. Link clicks are decent. I don't really know how long this has been up and running. Hard to tell from these things right here. Add to cart, yeah, I mean, it's still kind of high right here. Sorry, I mean the new design of customer shirts. Deacon body. So I'm just going to guess at what you're trying to ask. Are you asking, are we going to put new designs, new custom shirt designs in DSP? Is that what you're asking? Brought in $27, 80 only. Brought in $27, 80 only. Maybe I'm tired, guys. I don't get it. I brought in $27, 80 only. Like, I'm really trying here.
$27.80.
Okay, so no decimal. Whatever. So you brought in 28 bucks, you spent 25. It's okay. That means that for your 4 buyers, you probably paid $1.80 to $2 for each buyer. I'm not sure at what level you could sustain that, but you can see right here that your real people that you need to be targeting based on this, and this is very early on, is 35 to 54. 35 to 54 gave you the best clicks. 23 cents cost per add to cart, 35 cents add to cart, and then 47 cents and 42 cents. So I would be focusing my energy on this right here, 35 to 54. I would cut 18 to 24 and 25 to 34 out. Flowers, I'm not really sure what type of bracelet you're running with the flowers though. But it's appealing to the older crowd. Up for 2 days. Okay, so oh yeah, amount spent almost $43. So I would back this thing down. So this is something we haven't really talked about. So there's something else I do during the day. So at 2 o'clock, I'm just not killing ads. Ads that were performing, and let's say they became a winner, and the next day they decide not to make a sale. Well, I'm not just going to kill that ad because that's not the ads that I duplicated. I'm going to bring that down to $1 under what it already spent. Most of the time, if I'm running a $25 ad set, I'm going to have to bring that ad set down to $15. The next day, it all of a sudden starts popping sales again. Okay, so that's how you can save your ad sets and not be like, well, I do all this duplicating, I find one winner one day and the next day it dies. Well, it doesn't have to die. You kind of have to manipulate that cost. It's really hard to do just on $5 though. If you're running $5 ad sets, that's not really going to work. It will work on something that is like 10, you could bring it to 5, 15, you could bring it to 750, 25, you bring it to 15, depending on what it is at 2 p.m. that day. How do I adjust the purchase conversion value for all different products at different prices? How do I adjust the purchase conversion value for all different products at different prices? So you're not actually putting in a value. The value is getting passed through at checkout from Shopify and being passed through over to Facebook. That should be in your checkout code. Tom Stanley. Let's see what you got. That's taking a little bit. So duplicate the ad set and target 35 to 54 only. That's correct, Don. Okay. So lower the budget on the duped ad for the day instead of killing it. Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
Tom's warehouse. How about if you put in the 1127.13? It's 11279-130-8393-1594.
Nothing.
Can I talk more about the wallet? Yes. What do you want to know about the wallet? So for some reason we cannot find that. Yeah, can you see how it says assign partner right here? Click assign partner, then put the M Cannon in there, and then it'll give you a link. Post that link, or don't post it, just send it to the email so we can click on it. Dawn says, what if you have 5 ads with 1 purchase each? On the first day, it is lower than $2 for cost per purchase. Then on the second day, it creeps up to $5 per cost per purchase. I killed the ad. What would you recommend? I wouldn't have killed it because what it's doing is trying to find, if it serves to this buyer pool, will it be cheaper than this one? All it did was find out that this one is more expensive, and the next day, 99% of the time, it'll go back to the $2 cost range. So it's going to start serving to both. You'll get an average, and then it'll start tweaking and find the winners, basically. Adrian, it's not that kind of show. She put, do me. Thomas says, okay. Don says, so she had an aha moment. What else you got? Who asked about the wall art? Please ask me a specific question about the wall art. I would love to talk about it because you are going to make the most money doing the wall art. So ask me a specific question about it. That's good. So Lars, I answered that already. They are on vacation, and I can't get any new wall art until they come back to work. And then I'm going to bombard them and be like, hey, I need mock-ups for these, and then they'll go in the system, and then you guys will have new wall art. Did your wine sales pick up now? So I actually posted today, we've had 3 or 4 different wine sales. I posted a couple in the Skype room, just so you guys can see that it's real. I told you that they were going to pick up, $199. We pay $100, that's a $100 profit in there. Let's say that one of the ad sets I spent $75, didn't make any sales. I'm only $25 in the hole now. $25 goes to another ad set that may have been in the hole. After let's say 10 or 15 of those wine sales, everything will be break even and then finally making money. You just got to stay the course. Not only did the wine sales pick up, I showed another screenshot where someone came in and bought, I don't know, 200 and change, right? Who was in the Skype room today, guys? I was at the barbershop, so there was like 200 and something change. Came in and bought the 4 skull pictures. Someone came in and bought a mermaid one, all types of stuff. I think you started talking about, I got sidetracked and then started talking about something else. Trevor, can you tell me what I was talking about so that I don't get sidetracked again? You spoke earlier about testing. You have success sending them to expensive one. Nope. I like sending them to the cheap one. I tried to send them to the expensive one just like we do at hoodies. It did not work in our favor. Could you show the checkout code is that only ThemeX? No, checkout code is in Shopify. So let's say we go look at your checkout code. Can you see this? Hopefully you can see this right now. I'm going to open this up. And this is your checkout code. So you would see this and you would only see one of those in here. Ignore all these. This is for that forbidden topic that I don't want to talk about, which is pixel seeding. And then what you need here where it says see in pixel code, that's what you would see. This is what needs to be in there. Total price, money without currency. This is what gets passed through to Facebook so you can show your stats. Okay? If this is not there, that's why it's not passing through. And I posted this multiple times now in the Skype room because I think either Trevor or somebody was having an issue with it. And it might even be in the Google Doc that Frankie is managing, Frank the Tank. Where was I? Right, Trevor, can you talk more about the wall art test you were running where you duplicated the page in different prices? Okay. So basically all I did was duplicate my page, my product page. Do you guys know how to duplicate a product page? Is that it right there?
Yeah, well, no, that's his link, but it's definitely not working for me. So
Alright.
this is that it's expired.
You do not know how to duplicate a page. Excellent. Alright, so check it out. Here we are. Here's the product page, right? You would duplicate, and you have now duplicated that. That's it. That's all it takes. This duplication is exactly the same. And all I need to do here is go and get rid of medium rolled. I delete. And I do rolled canvas, and I delete. Now if I were to preview this, there it is. $199, medium $129. Those are their only choices. They don't get any other choices. So that's what I was running to, and I was making less sales than when I had all 4 options on the page. Because the lowest option is $48.95. Plus they pay a little bit of shipping, so it becomes $59. Outside of Wine Angels, what are your top seller niches in wall art? There's really no top seller niches because I'm starting out kind of fresh, you know, doing the wall art just like you guys are right now. So if I had to take a guess, the skull ones are pretty good right now. But, you know, it's very early to tell. We're only 2 days into all my ads on wall art. 1 month from now, I could tell you easily which one will be landslide. What is wall art refund rate? That's a back-end question. I never look at it. I only focus on sales. Wall art refund rate?
Slim to none.
Slim to none, Jeremy says. Slim to none.
Less than 1%.
Less than 1%. How much do you find the add to cart text and the button colors make a difference? For wall art, what did you find that works the best? So we used to have a blue button, we had an orange button, and the green button. The green button definitely won. Far as buy now, buy it now, add to cart, things like that. Add to cart, we found it just slightly beat out buy it now. That was it. Like nothing major. You could have both. Not a big deal. We did find though that if we put a shopping cart next to add to cart or whatever, that dropped conversions. No clue why. Something psychological with the customer, I bet, but we just got rid of it. Jeremy, I sent the link to your Skype, right? And he actually sent it to my Skype because it is showing that it is not working. Here's the link.
Click on OK.
In here? I thought we were putting them all in here.
Put them wherever you want.
It says there's 17 there. That's why I added it there.
Okay. Assignment failed, try again, or check if the link is still valid. So we really do want to look into your account. We just can't. I'm hitting confirm 1,000 times. It's not working. Jeremy's saying, look, hey, Pixel Student, what is that all about? I'm gonna skip that. Yep, Google Docs Pixel Code. Okay, yes, no, 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 yes. Can you jump back into Ads Manager and show how to dig into demographic insights of an ad set? I would have loved to do it on, I think it was Tom's, but we don't have access to that right now. What is the reason for putting tags? That's so that people can find them when they go to your search, or you're creating collections by tags, or tags is helping your phone reps on the phone be able to type something into the system real quick and it pulls them up. That's what we use tags for. I believe you had said it recently, but at what point do you decide to scale? After how many sales? So I am, I guess you could say, scaling all the time, but true scaling when I'm trying to do 50, 60, 80 sales in an ad set, that's not coming until we hit the 1,000 sale mark. 1,000 sales is when we're going to start pushing it like hardcore scaling. Numbers that you want to see, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 a day. There's got to be 1,000 sales firing off at least. Thanks. The Day of the Dead and Skulls. What interests?
Still saying the same stupid.
The Day of the Dead is literally the Day of the Dead. You type in the Day of the Dead. Skulls, it says Skulls Lovers. Really, really simple. Like almost all of the interests or the things, I wish you guys would just simple, like just bring it back to simple. Like pretend you didn't see all the things that you've seen out there and all that noise that we talk about. If you want to know who loves skulls, you just type in love and skulls and skull lovers will come up. If you want to know who loves skydiving, you put skydiving and love, or skydiving lovers. You want to know who loves to horseback ride, you put horseback riding lovers. Like, just keep it real simple. Day of the Dead. If you were to go to Google and you type in Day of the Dead, oh, why is it doing that? There we go. Day of the Dead. It tells you that Day of the Dead starts on October 31st and ends November 2nd. And then over here in Wikipedia, it will tell you all the things that it's differently called. So Dia de los Muertos, I would type that in. I could tell you, because we just did it, it doesn't come up in there. It used to. But those are the things that we start typing in. As you start to type in those things, you're going to see that Mexican sugar skull comes up. So the next thing you should type in is sugar skull. And then the same thing, sugar skull lovers, sugar skull fans, sugar skulls fanatics, all the things that we've covered before. Just keep it super simple. What are your ad set budget for wall art when you start out? All day long I start at 25 bucks for wall art, because I know it's going to be in that range, and anybody in here selling wall arts will, can attest to that. I mean, just let me know what you guys are seeing for cost per purchase. It's probably going to be between the $25 and $40 range. So I got to give it at least a shot to get one sale per day. Clark, yes, true for me. See, Clark, how many wall arts do you think you sell a day? Fabo says my wall art sales is not consistent, so basically ad cost eats up the profit. How patient should I be? You should be very patient, because it's gonna flip.
Who's Skyroom Direct?
Skyroom Direct. Who sent us Skyroom Direct? That's the only ad account that we can get into right this second. Was the orange button close in test performance, or did the blue button beat out by a landslide? Was the orange button close in test performance, or did the blue button beat out? So we never tested the blue button. The blue button came because it was the same color, the theme. That was very early on, November-ish, December of not this year, this past, but the year before that. Then we quickly switched to, when we started seeing different things, we switched it to orange, which was contrasting to the blue we were using, and then the green. We've also tested a red button too. I forget the name of that store. Red didn't work out that well. So green in numbers, I can't tell you because we were using Google Analytics to test. Yeah, Rico Threads. That had a red button. I can't tell you because we don't have access to that Google Analytics account anymore. Damn. Whoops. Okay. Was the orange button closed? No, I read that. Hey, Chris, can you also check my account again for a phone case? DH Marketing. Okay. Can you explain the strategy of why you just started running ads to Walmart after first full month of the store? Were you waiting to have a certain number of free plus shipping or what? Actually, to be honest, I did the free plus shipping for you guys. Okay? Like, we have money to be able to spend and wait out that beginning portion of it. Okay? But I did the free plus shipping so that you guys can see that's the easiest way to start. Number one, a lot of people in here weren't making sales. Sales are inconsistent, all that stuff. Easiest way to feed the pixel to add the carts and get purchases. Purchases make you happy, feels euphoric, feels like, wow, I can actually do this. Getting the free plus shipping also gets you cash flow. You need cash flow in the business. You need to be able to start spending $15 a day and get to 25 and then to 50 and then 100 and 150 and on and on and on for the people that don't have the money to be able to do that. And the reason I do that is because I know from doing Walmart before, our most heavy purchases, and again, you can maybe Clark can attest to this, is going to be in that range of 35 to 54. A lot of my grandmas are in that range. I'm sure there's grandmas that buy wall art, so I'm feeding my pixel somebody I want to advertise to later and make sales easier for me. Do you get that, Lynn? Is there an easy way to use tags for hiding items if we are not using ThemeX? There is not. If you're not using ThemeX, unless you get a coder to code something for you, you can't hide things. You just get a 404 error.
Mm-hmm.
We had the tag created and made and coded so that you can put in hide, and then it's gone. You can't. The customer can't see it. Jeremy, what is your business ID number?
What?
Business ID number?
Facebook?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's the account ID though. You need the business one, so you need to go in there. Yes, true for me. So see Clark right there, and he's selling about 20 or 30 a day. I'm Skyrim Direct. That was okay. So Clark is Skyrim Direct. Okay, $25 ad sets gave me very high CPM, over $10. So I reverted to $5 ad sets. So see, yeah, $5 ad sets. If you're trying to sell wall art, it is going to be few and far between. I can tell you that. That's amazing. Thanks, guys. Okay, nice, Clark. What's your ad spend? Between $500 and $1,500 a day. So, Clark, you've come on with us for the last Super Saturday. That's how he found out about wall art, right, Clark?
Yes.
Last Super Saturday was when?
November 22nd.
November 22nd, Jeremy's saying. October 22nd.
Sorry.
There you go. Okay, so Clark, from that, can you please tell people how long it took you before you started to see decent numbers? Because I'm sure you've probably seen scattered ones, but how long did it take you? About 3 weeks. So 4 weeks. So almost a month. We are literally on the 5th day. Saturday, if you didn't put up any ads, that day shouldn't count. Sunday, if you put up some ads, that day should count. We're on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And there's a lot of people in here that are like, is this going to work? I'm not getting that many sales, blah, 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 blah. I think Clark was one of the only people in that group that whatever I said something, he just did it. There was no why, how come, none of that stuff. I wish Clark had a microphone, actually. Clark, do you have a microphone?
I bet you if we didn't do this 5 days, some people would be ready to jump off a bridge right now.
I don't know if you guys heard Jeremy, but he's saying that you guys would have jumped off a bridge if we didn't have 5 days follow up with this. And I can agree. That's why we did it this time. But Clark, if you could, you did a month. In those first, let's say, 1 or 2 weeks, how much money were you spending, and were you making any money? Glenn said he would have already jumped. He said, "Oh man, I was spending $100 to $200 a day and not really making sales." Hanging on with you guys, talking me down from the bridge. What I'm trying to say here is from Clark. Clark was not a master marketer. He didn't come in here with, a seeded pixel and all these pixel fires from other purchases and things like that. He came in and just learned wall art. And then on top of that, the wall art that was given to him, he tried it and he was like, oh, maybe I'll move over to this niche and try it, because we showed how to get other pictures and submit them to get mock-ups. He put up those. Not only that, and I wish I could give him a hug or a pat on the back, but Clark went into that group, and when he started to see success, he worked out of abundance like we do and didn't hide it. He told people the niche that he was doing. He showed people his store. He showed people the exact painting. Then on top of that, he copied the exact interests and put them in the room. There are still so many people in that room that tried it for a day and was like, this doesn't work, and boom. Tried it for a couple of days and were like, this is not working for me. Well, he's the one that stuck with it, and as you can see, he's selling 20 to 30 a day now. That's it. You just got to stick with it. There's always going to be that first part that is super tough. Just like if you went to a job, you'd have to learn the people, learn their attitudes, learn who does what, what's your job, how do you do it, how could you do it faster, how could you do it better, what shouldn't you do, you hate your boss, whatever, all that stuff. Those are all things that are going to happen here that magically people have broken you guys by posting cool screenshots of $1 million in a month, and I just started 2 months ago, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you started 2 months ago, but you forgot to tell people about the 5 or 6 years that you've been trying to make something work online. MLM and all the knowledge they've started doing by knowing what an autoresponder was and getting leads and knowing what a funnel was and all that stuff that they never, ever, ever talk about.
It's like learning a new language.
Yo, we already posted it, Tom. You're saying, what's the business ID?
No, you said it right.
All right, cool. My bad. My bad.
Oh, shit. Look at that.
What?
Sorry.
He was good, so great, bless him. Clark shared his interests. He totally gave up so much. All right. Okay, quit his job, too. Damn, who quit his job?
Clark.
What? I must have missed that. Clark, and you quit your job? How long were you at your job?
Look at Cyril.
Cyril, I found you guys after Super Saturday 10/22. I purchased the replay. He wasn't even at the live event. Took immediate action and added all the wall arts to my store October before Super Saturday. Total sales 5,000. November, after taking action and adding wall art, 18,000. Last month, 36,000. See the snowball effect, the compounding? Listened to you guys and took immediate action. Now growing fast. Thanks, Chris and Jeremy. That's what's up. Again, if I could reach through there and give you a hug and a pat on the back, congratulations.
72K coming, baby. 72K. And then you're off to 6-figure months. That's awesome, Cyril. Congrats, man.
See, I'm glad some of you guys talk about it, because I know there's some people in here, and Jeremy gets to hear a lot more of it because he's on the phone. He hears people's stories. Some people are ashamed of the story. Some people don't want to put their story out. Some people don't want other people to know that they're in other groups and are learning with us and making more money with us and things like that. But, man, it's good to see some of these stories here that they're just regular people, just like you guys were in this spot, but we're only 5 days in.
Shit. Frank, who gets probably the least amount of credit because we're just so used to having him here. I mean, Frank was actually one of the first people that I spoke with One of the first. He was literally like itching to call when we put up the 45-minute coaching session. He was the first person. I talked to Frank, brought him on as a coaching student, and now look, Frank is like our right-hand man. I mean, he's doing he's on pace for $100,000 a month. And we don't even talk about that. Like, that's just like in the background. So I want to say, thank you, number one, to Frank for listening and doing exactly what he said. He cut out the noise. He stopped listening to all the bullshit out there in all these other groups. He just listened to one thing, and that's what we were telling him to do. And he even said it yesterday. He said, I stopped asking why. I just knew that if I did it, that shit would happen. And you know what, guys? I'm going to tell you, probably Frank, I'm sorry for saying it, but Frank doesn't need to do this, guys. Frank has a job that Frank works at every day and makes 6 figures a year at his job. He makes over $100,000 a year at his job. So he doesn't need to do this. He doesn't need to answer our questions. He doesn't need to do support. He doesn't need to help Emilio. He doesn't need to do any of that shit. He does it just for the simple fact that he loves it. He literally loves it. And man, I got goosebumps right now because when I spoke with Frank, he said to me point blank, my goal is to make enough money with ecom to be able to quit my job and move my family from Alaska, which Santa Claus is his freaking neighbor. He lives in the North Pole, right? He wants to move his family to civilization, to the upper 48 states, right? So, I mean, this is amazing to see his story and to see all of your stories, because each one of you guys we've impacted in some way, shape, or form. So everybody in this room has their own level of success, whether it's getting your first sale, whether it's getting your 10th or your 20th or your 100th, whatever the case may be, whatever milestone you hit. The greatness about hitting these milestones is that you're not only proving to yourselves that you can do it, but you're proving to everybody else, all the other naysayers that are saying, oh no, it's not possible, too many people selling the same stuff, all this other bullshit. You guys are proving themselves wrong and proving yourselves right. And the only thing I can say, guys, is just to stop paying attention to all the bullshit and just listen to one thing, one person. And you know what's even worse? Chris and I in Atlanta were talking about this because, I said, hey, the biggest problem is people listen to too many people. And Chris said, you know what? If they just listen to one person, and it doesn't even have to be us, if they listen to anybody in those other rooms and just only listen to that one person, they would probably get results. But the reality is they listen to too many things and try to implement a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit there, and the reality is they get a little bit of results. So if you just stop listening to all the bullshit, just stick with one thing, you guys will get results. There's no question about it.
So real cool, I remember talking to Bree before we did any type of coaching. She was kind of like just seeing my story, and somehow we talked on side chat. Look at, she just said she hit 800 sales today. She was going to quit 2 times. Right, Bree? I think the first Super Saturday changed her life too once Walmart hit. Bree, how long did it take you? Well, first of all, how long have you been doing the e-com thing? How long were you trying to make Shopify work? Year and a half for Bree.
Man. Congrats, Bree.
In a year and a half before meeting us, what do you think that you hit? Like, how much did you spend versus how much you brought in? Couple hundred in sales a month. Lost my shirt on ads. Then we started to talk a little bit on side chat, and I think we fixed your store a little bit, right? And I think you might have seen me do a free webinar on targeting your niche. I didn't know it was your niche, but I did a thing on it, right?
By accident.
Yeah, watched every free webinar. Perfect. From there, I think you might have had one more downfall where you were like, this is it. I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm going to quit. And I think maybe we released Super Saturday at that point. October Super Saturday changed my life. So not only that it worked for her, like those are big words right there. Changed my life. I know a little bit of the backstory about Bree. Like she's a volunteer firefighter dispatch, right? So there was no real income coming into the house besides, see, secretary right there. But now you're actually able to provide for your family, right?
That's awesome.
I'm telling you, it's amazing. There's so many cool stories in here that I know you guys get excited because we get on these calls and you can ask us anything. We're open books and we're like, you can do this or you can do that. And we still talk about scaling stuff when nobody is really there. But 800 sales. She's 200 sales away from making the store go buck wild, basically.
Go boom.
Yeah. Like, it's freaking cool. There's a lot of people in here, trust me. I know you want to make it work in a week, and that's why we were really, clear on when we opened up Super Saturday. If you only just got $495 worth of value, you brought in $495, you learned something new, that would be way over the top versus someone promised you to make $100,000 this month or $1 million, things like that. Because you will get to those points if you keep doing just the basics. We teach a lot more than the basics, but if you learn just the basics, you will make it.
And there's so many more success stories. I mean, so many more people that are not even on this call right now. There's only 50 people on the call. I mean, there's still 50 people that cannot make it because of time zone differences, because of work, because of whatever, that have their own level of success with what we teach and what we show. So, to each his own, and everybody, like I said, we're proud of each and every one of you guys, regardless to what milestone you've hit. Just the simple fact that you made the sacrifice to be here tonight with us and to want to show the effort to learn and to grow your business speaks volumes more than you guys will ever understand. Even though, like Chris just said, we're talking about scaling and things that you guys may not even be ready for. Like I think Jacques said, it's like drinking out of the fire hose. He's like, whenever you guys open your mouth, it's like I got a fire hose just shooting thousands of gallons of water, and I'm just trying to get drips. And that's the reality for some of you guys. This information is so over your heads. But you know what? As long as you take something away from it and you build that foundation, you can come back to this and you can learn from this. And you can build those stepping stones for your business so you can get to that next level. Whether that's to get from 10 sales to 100 or 100 to 1,000, whatever the case may be, the information is here. I promise you guys, it is here. It has been delivered.
I wanted to show you the Sugar Skull breakdown in here, which would have showed you like percentage of what people are clicking and stuff like that, but it hasn't been running for 7 days yet. Literally started yesterday. But who did we have up here? I think I might have had, what was that account? Right here. This, I don't know the name of it, but is this possibly Clark's maybe?
Skyroom Direct 325. Yeah, Skyroom Direct.
Yeah, that's mine. Okay, cool. So Clark, what were we looking at in here? And there was one more. Did we have another one or no?
I can't get Tom actually. Tom said that he just sent it. Let's see what Tom is.
We're gonna try to see if we get Tom's up here too.
What's Tom's store?
Adrian, she's crying. Not really sure. I hope you're crying laughing.
Hope they're good tears.
Yeah. Anthony said, well, nice. Is that well? Okay, Clark. Just wanted to look through it if there's something I'm letting run too long. So the only way to find out if you're running something too long is I go to a 7-day breakdown. I go to 7 days, and that's the way I make my decision. So very easily, without doing all this purchase stuff, right? Hopefully it'll load up. Perfect. I'm going to go to amount spent. So here, so you spent the most money in the last 7 days on this ad set, right? 102, $299 times 3, I'm taking it. 101 times 3, I'm taking it. 101, it's just under, it's about 2.5. This one's going to be a little iffy for me because it's on the $50 mark. Cost per purchase. 69, this is double that. Cost per purchase, again, creeping a little bit high. This one, and this one, I would kill these right now. But you also have to know too, let's just look at, before I say kill them, I want to go back here and I see what your average cost is. So today, this is what I do. So instead of having all that stuff, you come in here and you click all these. These are all the ones that made you sales, and you would click view. And hopefully it will give us a breakdown. Here it is. So right now it's $6.89 that you're seeing on an action on just the winners. Okay, we back it up, unselect, and with all the losers, there's $111 per action. So we were going to come back here to last 7 days, and then we'll clean that up. So as you can see, you're probably testing a lot of new ad sets. The day isn't over. It's half of that here, 55. So when I make decisions on to kill something based on this action, I know that you got to be making money, you're profitable. If it's $55 and these right here are sitting approaching $70, I'm gonna kill these things. Boom, 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 off they go. Okay, and they're looking like 1% copies. It's okay to have 7 of these be garbage. Those are gone for me. Okay. Let's see what we have here. 67, good. So this one's gonna be borderline too. For me, this is only on $10 budget. I don't know if you lowered this down. If you started it on $10 budget and you let it run the last 7 days, I would just kill this one. If you wanted to redo it, I would look at who purchased and duplicate and run again. Because the audience is this 44.5 million? I would just do 4.5 and then an M instead of doing that, but you could do it any way you want. Oh, does that say 107 mil? That's crazy right there. So basically on the breakdown, you just go here and you can click age and gender, and that'll tell you who basically purchased. That's it. So he got lazy on that. So whatever. I mean, if it's really 107 million, that's cool. But I would kill these. See these right here, and especially if it's taken 7 days and there's only one sale. Like this one's dead. This one's dead to me. This one's dead to me. These are borderline, but I'm gonna say that this is probably trending at probably not making a sale. This is good. These are dead. These are dead. All these are dead to me. If you really run them at $5, and this is a great example, someone said they run $5 ad sets. Really at the $5 on Walmart, you'd have to be running these for 2 or 3 weeks to start seeing sales pop like that. I would get rid of these things. You could do a lot of cleanup where you're spending a lot less and making a lot more money. Let's talk about some of the good stuff though. So there's 85 sales in here. I would start being able to move these up. So this says cost per purchase is $13.42. For you on 5 of these, because you spent 67 to bring 607 in, you can come in here, and I don't know if you know how to do this, but I would forget. There's so many things going on that I would forget, but you can come in here and adjust the budget, and then you just put 5% right here, and then you apply it. Every day that ad set will go up by 5%, and you will easily be able to see that your CPM cost will stay very, very close to where it is. It only spikes if you start taking this and do 20 and then 40 and then 60 and things like that. Even at 15, it would still be a lot because it's 50%. I've tested in between 5 and 20%. If you're patient, the 5% will outbeat that 20% all day long. If you want to mess with budgets and go up and down, then you can do aggressive stuff like that. But I would start to do that with something like this. What else we got?
I said do that one again.
What?
Adjustment.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. So I'm on the ad set level and I hit edit. Then I'm going to scroll down where it says daily budget. I just hit adjust budget. And then you put whatever percentage we want there, 5%, 10%. You can even put it by a dollar amount every day if you wanted to. And then you would just hit apply. And that's it. That means every day it will start going up by itself.
50 cents a day.
Organization question. How do you keep track of the campaign's start day when you have so many running at the same time? All of mine are just one long list. So that's actually kind of cool. I don't know if you could do that. I mean, know that you could do that here, but you go to by time and then you go by day. And it'll show you the breakdown of when they started. See? Last 7 days. And you could spread this out if you went to 30 days. And then you could see what it was doing all the way out 30 days out. I don't know if that'll help you with organization. I mean, for me, I really don't care like when it started. I'm not sure why you would use that, but see how he has this thing running? Like, look at this day on the 6th. 10 add to carts, 2 purchases. Purchases $7.49. It gives you a cool breakdown of what's going on here.
$14 to bring in $300.
Mm-hmm. You can see too right here the impressions. You can see how they're serving them up. Trevor, aha moment. Never knew that. Nice. See? Aha moment. Cool. Didn't know about that either. How to increase the budget by 5% automatically each day. Awesome. So when do we do H. Brown and see now? Where can do we edit each ad set or create a new one? If the ad set is working, I don't touch it. I will create a new one with the new age ranges. I won't touch it. Could you look at this? Yeah, let's look at it. What am I looking at? These columns are all messed up, I can tell you that. And I'm only looking at campaign level. I am close to 100 sales in my store. Woohoo, Dawn. I am going to create a lookalike. Yes. 100 of those sales for a necklace. Perfect. So you're going to export that list and then create a custom audience. And then from the custom audience, you're going to create a lookalike audience. My understanding is that I cause lookalike and target any product. So I'm going to target the wall odds. Is that right? So I'm not sure what kind of necklace you are selling. Depending on the age range, I already said, you know, usually, and we can look here, I guess, just so you can see. We're going to go to none. We're going to go to campaigns. And we're just going to squeeze this over here. We'll squeeze that over here and we'll do the breakdown from here. And we're going to show the age range. Now we're going to have to open this up a little bit. So you can see here, bring this back to SS columns. Go back. He's got one performing at 25 to 34, he's got 35 to 44, 45 to 54, that's the most. 55 to 64, that's the most there. 35 to 44, 55 to 64. See how it's all the higher age ranges? And I told you 65 plus is going to give you higher CPM, but it's pretty consistent across the board right there. So if you're in that range of whatever necklace you're selling or bracelet, it's going to work for you. And is revenue time 3 ad spend? Yes, bingo. Adjust budget, do that on a couple of those originals. Exactly. Let me get that. Okay, can you look at mine really quick? Last time, I swear. Okay. Did we get it this time?
No, look at it. It's not coming up even though he gave him the business ID.
Look, we can look at it live right here. It's not in this account. What is the name of that thing?
Tom.
We're just gonna put Tom and it should pull it up. It is not there. So Dawn, you mentioned something pretty decent right there. It says my buyers for the necklaces are predominantly male. That means you're gonna have to go towards a male type niche. First thing that comes off the top of my head is probably that eagle and motorcycle picture. A lot of men bike riders. Oh, she was talking about wall art, but you could do all the tail talkers if you want. You know, that's all sports stuff. You can do fishing. Something has to do with fishing. Maybe it's showing like a creek or a fish. You can go into hunting and camping. Maybe they hunt bears. Maybe they hunt deer. Maybe they hunt moose. Anything you have to think male dominated for those lists to work for you. Okay? You got anything? No, just ask. Just ask. Just ask.
All right, so yeah, it is. It's actually 9 o'clock. So guys, I know some of you guys are getting a lot of value from being with us every day and seeing us digging into your ad accounts. I want to see a quick show of hands out of the 50 people that are in the room right now. If we made this, this type of an opportunity available to you guys on an ongoing daily basis, how many people would attend, daily to be able to? Well, two-part question. Number one, how many people would attend? And number two, what would something like that, what would you be willing to invest in something like that? What would something like that be of value to you to be able to have us on a daily basis for a couple of hours where we can dedicate it and just put aside, 2 hours out of our day to be able to answer your questions, dig into your ad accounts, and make you feel like obviously there's somebody here to help you guys. Yes. Yes. Look at that. All right.
So cool. Seeing all the yeses is cool, but really think about that. It would be like we're not business partners, but we would actually be there. Thank you. We would actually be there for you to be like, no, you're screwing that up. Like I hit Glenn pretty hard yesterday, but man, not only did he make sales and he made changes, but he needed that. And I think a lot of the people are afraid to talk to people like that. Like we're just talking business-wise, like that's it. So if you could really come up with a real number, and we would like to make it worth our time to be able to help you guys in your businesses, and that way you just don't just fall off and off you go to la la land and not do anything. We'd really like all you guys to be successful. So
yeah, I agree. So we'll do this, guys. I think what would probably be fair.
I did thank the computer.
He said thank you. Bless you.
See, a lot of people love to get smacked around. Glenn just said he loves it.
I give you my login and accept a pending request. What? I can give you my login if you couldn't accept my pending request. Yeah, Adrian, you lost me on that one.
So I'm actually not talking about once a week, so that's a great question, Savina. We're talking about a Monday through Friday program. So the only time you don't have access to us on a webinar is Saturday and Sunday. We would try to find the best time. Maybe we keep it at the 7 to 9. Maybe it's a little bit earlier, 6 to 8, a 5 to 7, whatever it is. Try to accommodate the people, but it will be a Monday through Friday thing. You guys will be learning every day. If something changes on Facebook, we talk about that day, because that's changes that we'll see in our business as well.
We actually did this, and this is kind of what stemmed it. We did this in one of our other businesses, probably about 4 or 5 years ago, and it produced immeasurable, results for people. And some of the people actually, like Napoleon, he partook in that, and he was there, and actually Napoleon kind of has been following us for quite a while. And he's experienced exactly what we just, talked about, where, having us and the availability to us on a daily basis to be able to ask questions that,
you may be asking yourself, and you may be beating yourself up over the answer. Like, damn, should I kill this ad? Should I not? What should I do here? Should I scale it? Should I not? You know, those are big questions. Those are detrimental to your business to get right. So as you've seen yesterday, you know, obviously sometimes we call it tough love. You know, Glenn got some tough love yesterday. But guess what? That tough love panned out. So we're talking about a group type of a session like we did, you know, this week. And I'll be honest with you guys, I think for some people, you know, yeah, the one-on-one thing is great, but there's not as much value as learning from other people's mistakes that you have not even made yet. I think that, you know, for some people, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I see some people typing already, you know, some of you guys have learned what not to do by watching other people who are ahead of you and who are already making mistakes that you haven't even thought of yet. Those mistakes are huge and they're priceless for you to learn from. So I think a group setting is worth far more its weight in gold than just a one-on-one session where, you know, you're just basically dealing with us on your current event. You know, you're able to learn not only your current event, but also these huge mistakes that are made before you are even able to make them. Agreed. Way more value. True. Absolutely.
I see a lot of people throwing out different ideas, and nothing's in stone yet. $100 a day, $97 a month, $500 a month, things like that. We know that everybody can't afford things like that, but what about something on a per call basis? Like, let's say it was something cheap, like 15 bucks, 10 bucks.
Adrian, yeah. Was that in your best Lil Wayne impression, Adrian?
Yeah.
You know what? I think that value, you know, that $15 value is probably enough where, you know, people, or even 20, whatever. I think that value is enough where, you know, everybody is actually doing at least that. So if you have to sacrifice, you know, paying your vendor or paying for information where it would be detrimental to your business growth, I think that $15 would go a long ways. But, you know, also for people that are able to attend every day, which, you know, obviously some people have that ability where, you know, this is their full-time gig and they're able to do this every single day and sacrifice 2 hours out of their day, then maybe we put something together where, you know, we give you the option to pay for 5 days in a row. To make a commitment on a monthly basis is kind of tough because look at Bree. You know, I'm pretty sure Bree didn't plan on getting sick today. You know what I mean? Or yesterday. So we don't account for these things. So if we were to do a monthly thing where we were to say, hey, we're going to commit 20 days to you guys, we could commit that 20 days, 2 hours a day, but can you? That's the difficulty with that. So we're going to have to wrap our head around that thing, and, you know, we'll definitely make some sense of it. And maybe instead of doing a monthly, we do a weekly and a daily to be able to give you guys the option to break it down. And if you wanted to get a couple dollars off, you could pay by the week. If not, you could pay by the day. You might only be able to attend 2 days a week, or you may only be able to attend 3 days a week. So we'll make it work. We'll figure it out, and we'll let you guys know what we come up with tomorrow on tomorrow's call. All right, guys?
All right, everybody. Thank you. Thanks for showing up. You got one more day.
Yeah, write down your questions, guys. Write them down and, you know, think them through, because it's going to be Monday's going to come real fast. And you're going to be like, oh, my gosh.
What do I do? All right. Peace out, peeps.
Good night, guys.